Hello everyone. Let's see if my mic is working. Yes, nice. Okay. Okay, just put on some music for me. There you go. Okay, should have everything that I need. I'm just gonna drink a little bit of my coffee before I start. So good. Okay, so today I am going to pick up from where I left yesterday, and actually the first thing that I want to do is to put a little bit more detail on these characters. I am still going to keep them quite simple, but I just want them to not be just simple shapes like this. So I will probably add a little bit of color variation and some line art, which I already have here the sketch, so I'm going to follow that. I'm probably going to do a slightly more clean version of the line art, but as I said, I really want to keep these characters simple. The focus of the scene is still the environment. Yo, hello Miraculous! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think something like this will work perfectly fine. I think that today I might, because I'm thinking about exactly what do I want to accomplish today, and there's this scene over here that still needs color. I'm still not convinced about this design for the houses, even though I quite like it. So I might also give some colors to this one. I think this one and no, this one over here, I'm going to for now keep them in grayscale. Hello Marco, sitting here lurking today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As I always say, I enjoy people lurking because sometimes you just want to, you know, be of company with just your presence. So yeah, feel free to always not drop any messages in chat and always feel free to just sit on like the sidelines. I always appreciate that, so thank you so much. And oh yes, yesterday I said that I wanted to maybe give some colors to this one, almost treat it like it's a sketch in a sketchbook, and I want to add colors almost as if I'm using a watercolor, so I might do that. Okay, we have a plan, sort of. Let's see how much I can actually do today. Ooh, nope. Wow. That was definitely the wrong brush. Then I'm going to draw this character over here. Oh, I'm practicing drawing leaves for textures that will eventually be used for trees. Nice. Nice, nice. Oh, I'm painting 2D in Crete. I think I have to figure out how to use layers more in that context. Ooh, nice. Yeah, Krita is a great alternative to Photoshop. There's a lot of people that do 2D and they are like perfectly fine using Krita. I think I've tried it once many years ago before I had the possibility of having Photoshop, and I remember at that time it was very limited, but I know that now it's super valid. Taking a lot of clues from traditional oil painters are found on YouTube. That's a great idea, yes. But I want to take a more structured online course about painting too. Great idea. But you know, actually oil painting and a few of the techniques that they use are so great for digital painting, especially the fact of using a sort of like underpainting and give a general color to like the whole piece and then start to add the rest on top. That's something that you usually do in oil painting. You don't really, you can do it, for example, when you're doing something with acrylics, but it's not strictly necessary. So yeah, that's great. Okay, now is the turn of the goats, and I think I'm going to take my old drawing maybe and just put it here with the other goats. There you go. It's always nice to have some silly goats in my reference board. I'm going to make like 3D worlds that look like paintings. I love that, but the textures will probably take up way too much memory. I know, that's the problem, but it's such a great style, that one. It's so, I don't know, it's so cool and it's so warm for the heart. I think every time I see that kind of style. But yeah, I can understand that it takes a lot of memory, but it's so worth it though. Hello, CJ. Welcome, welcome. Okay, one goat done. Now there's a few more to go. I've tested today, my self-coded rigging tools already work, but I myself used them wrong. Oh, you have to be in the right mode for it to work. Oh, they will starting to be useful. It's faster than doing it by hand at least. Nice, nice. Hello, Goose. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, well done on those rigging tools, Miraculous. That's amazing. I thought I would never see the day of back-to-back streams. I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, so far I've been really liking the um, Tuesday and Thursday combo, but yeah, nothing is like set in stone, so I could even like change it, especially like if you guys really enjoy the back-to-back streams, we could even try for a little bit to have them on uh, yeah, Wednesday and Thursday or Tuesday and Wednesday. I already plan to have an extra stream as soon as summer ends. I would love to have another one maybe during the weekend. At least try for a little bit, see if it's is something like doable. this this goat is very short. Oh no. um Let me change a little bit the line art. This is it feels like it's very squished. Okay, still feels a little bit like a very short goat, but it's fine. Goats come in different sizes. But this ear definitely needs to be shorter. Hello, Arcade! Welcome! Oh, I almost finished my coffee. Oh. It's always sad. I always make myself like a tiny coffee, so it's very easy to just drink it in just a few minutes. Walking on ground like a mountain goat. A very squished mountain goat. But she's cute. I love this one. And this one. Oh. Yeah, they look nice. I'm really happy. I know absolutely zero shortcuts in Blender except the brush and selection tools. How to duplicate layers? I don't know. How to look it up. Yeah, that's why I always have to have the PDF with all the shortcuts that actually the Blender Guru provides in his donut tutorial, because I keep forgetting them. And you know, like every program has kind of similar shortcuts, but different enough that you struggle to remember them. So I always have to have that one open in one monitor and on the other one have Blender. Oh, in Krita. Oh, no idea. Maybe they're similar to Photoshop? Hello, Greek Floki, welcome. Krita shortcuts. I don't know, like to duplicate a layer in Photoshop is Control J. Maybe try that one. Maybe they're similar. Maybe not. Oh, I'm so happy of how these goats are looking. In Blender I'm fluid. Yeah, in fact it was a strange. I thought maybe like you were not using shortcuts, but that sounded strange. Okay, I'm just looking at the piece, but yeah, I think I'm going to add the color variation to the characters, and because a lot of these pieces that I've done, they need a little bit of extra work, so I might tackle them when they are all at kind of like the same level, and then just dedicate some time to each one of those to you know, I don't want to spend too much time, but a little bit, just to make them look a little bit better. Oh, it's Control J. Fantastic. Then maybe a lot of the shortcuts will be very similar to Photoshop, which I am very thankful for. Because as I said, sometimes when you change programs and they have completely different shortcuts, and it's like trying to use the program that you're very familiar with but in someone else's computer, and they have other shortcuts. Like every time maybe like I need to help a little bit my partner on Photoshop on his PC, I feel like someone who never opened Photoshop one day of their lives, because these shortcuts are different, because I have mine all set for myself. Like it's all kind of like custom, apart from a few basic things. So it's very difficult. I rewired new layer in Krita because it was the insert key. Wow, such a strange one. And my beloved mechanical keyboard doesn't have an insert key. I know, right? Mine is how it's like full factor when they also have the numpad. So mine does have that key, but it's in that area of keyboard keys that I never use, like the ins, home, page up, page down, and just the delete I use. But yeah, this is a very strange area of the keyboard. We don't go there. think I'm going to keep the blue for this guy. I really like it. And now I'm going to also work a little bit on the goats. Many important tools in Krita don't have a predefined shortcut like the lasso. Coming from Blender, that's just weird for me. Yeah, it is. I have to set up my own shortcuts. No! Oh, that takes hours. It's so strange. Like, I understand the, coming with a preset and then everyone just customizes it, but not even having some, like, a set of short keys. Wow. Okay, we have the goats. I'm just gonna add a little bit of shadow. Also, I might need to add some shadow on the figures themselves and the goats, because this part is in shadow. I think this is enough. Yeah. Okay, let me save. And now I can... Yeah, okay. I am going to work a little bit on this one. And I don't think this one will take me super long because I really want to keep it very dynamic, very simple. As I said, I want these to have a look like it's out of a sketchbook. So I want it to be a little bit messy. And I was thinking of giving it some like colors, almost as if someone painted this with the watercolors. Yeah, I have these brushes that simulate water, nice, especially this one. Oh, my voice. Why is my voice already going? Oh, okay. This was nice. Okay. Oh, you know what would be cool? To put some paper texture. This one. Oh, that would be so nice. Should I do that? I remember that I had somewhere a really nice paper texture. Where could it be? Just gonna take a moment to see if I find it. If not, I'm gonna search one online. I found one, but it's not what I'm looking for. Oh, maybe this one. How big it is? It's pretty small, unfortunately. But since it's just to give the vibe, okay. Okay, it's kind of cool. Okay, yeah, I think I'm happy with this one, but it's too saturated, so I'm just gonna tone it down a little bit. Maybe make it a little bit darker. Gonna steal some of the colors from the other paintings. Overall, I really enjoy Krita, but to be fair, I don't really have any point of comparison. Never really used the CSP's Control Studio paint. Is that the one? Photoshop or the others, I guess I'll never know. Yeah, as I told you, I know of a lot of great artists that use Krita, so you know, Photoshop it's good because it also has all the part of photo editing. It's really good to have Clip Studio Paint. Okay, yes, I was thinking about that one, but I said another like made up name. Thanks. But yeah, I think Krita has everything that you might need if you're just doing digital painting. I am so used to Photoshop at this point, and I kind of have to pay for it anyway if I want to work as a freelancer, because usually it's kind of like requested that you use Photoshop. And with the I have like the photography plan, so I only have Photoshop and Lightroom. And those two together right now, they were £10 per month, now they are 14. It's yeah, it's a bit, but fortunately I don't have to pay for any other like expenses for the business that are monthly expenses. So I can do that. But yeah, I think the people that have to use other programs as well from Adobe and have to spend, I don't know, 50 per month, oh no, that's too much. So many people I know are using Clip Studio Paint. I've been wondering if I should switch. I wanted to try it actually. I'm just so lazy. It's difficult to change at this point. But I think I'll probably do a free trial of Clip Studio just to get the feeling of it. Yo, Hungry! Hello! Wow, that looks like it was sketch on parchment. Thank you! That was the idea. Yes, I really wanted to keep this drawing a bit messy, and I wanted to paint it almost as if I'm painting with some watercolors on yeah, and I'm doing like a real life painting of this place. So thank you so much. Yes, I've nailed it. Yeah, I think something like this, it's really cool for the video. Why do clients require Photoshop? I don't really understand. I think most art software can at least open PSDs nowadays. Yeah, in fact, I think most like clients are okay. I think it's more studios that have some restrictions on the programs that you can use. And even if you get hired as like a freelancer, you always have to adapt to the programs that they use. Sometimes they will also like make you use a virtual machine, so not always you can use your own computer. And more, I think, especially now, they will not send you a PC or a laptop. There were a couple of occasions in which I got sent an actual like a PC to work from, and I was required to work from that one. But the rest of the times it was just a requirement to use Photoshop. But yeah, most of the programs absolutely, yeah, they can open PSD files. I think a lot of the times with the studios, it's a little bit of like old-timey mentality. The fact of being like super attached to one program. Sometimes it's because of licenses, and that's usually when you have to use one of their machines. But honestly, I would prefer for the person to use, especially for something like 2D. I understand for other like disciplines where you have to exchange files and exchange like 3D whole assets or whole scenes. Of course, people need to be using the same programs just to make the process easier. For something like 2D, if someone is really practical on Procreate or Clip Studio, whatever, just let them use that. Wow, this must be a record. My cat is asking for food 1 hour and 10 minutes before the time. Amazing. Unbelievable. It's even worse in the 3D world. All the studios are still using Autodesk, yeah. Even though their software is the least liked, and Blender, Houdini, ZBrush are much more popular, yeah. Yeah, my partner, I think he primarily uses Houdini and ZBrush, but yeah, he has to use Maya, and well, he uses a lot of different programs as well. But when he is working on his project, he's usually using Houdini and ZBrush and Unreal. And he became so good with Houdini. I remember when he began studying it, I think it was 2018. And we were actually like checking some tutorials because at the time it was kind of new, and there were already like people very skilled on it. But yeah, I remember watching a few tutorials with him because like seeing all the things that you could do with the program, it was very fascinating. I like the idea of these roofs being like painted, but I don't know if maybe they will be multicolored or just one color. I tried to install the free trial version of Houdini, but it took so long for me to figure out how to install it in a not Red Hat version of Linux. Oh, yeah, I think on Windows it was pretty straightforward. I've never tried a Linux machine actually. Oh, it has like a license checker thing and it was complicated. So I went back to Blender only. Yeah. Yeah, when it's like that and it gets too complicated for just a free trial. Yeah, no thank you. Too much. You're asking me too much. It's similar to DaVinci with DaVinci Resolve, but Houdini is worse. Oh, Alva, can I ask you for some lore? Absolutely. How does that town govern itself, Mayor? That's a very good question. You know, I haven't written so much about the Tribe of Stone. The only thing that I know is that they have a system that is a little bit different from other tribes, and they have actually, they are basically a monarchy where there's some sort of, like, you can say emperor. They call it prince, but it's actually like someone that has complete power, and they will have some counselors. I can see being like a system where the counselors actually represent the different sort of like provinces, and they act as a sort of mayor for the different cities, and then they are the they are the ones that counsel the prince. I can also see the prince having like a very small group of counselors that are always present at his side, and yeah, I don't know the details. As I said, I haven't sit down and wrote about the Tribe of Stone yet, so I just have a vague idea. Resolve does work. Oh, I actually use DaVinci Resolve for editing. I quite like it. Sometimes it gives some issues, but for it being like free, it has everything that I need. These juicy details, the courtroom drama will go hard. Yes, I wanted exactly that. I want the counselors that are always present in the, let's call it like the capital city. I want them to, be maybe, I don't know, let's put like a random number. Maybe they are 5. There's 2 that are actually like, very focused on doing a great job. The other 3 are scheming and I can see them being a sort of like obstacle between some of the councillors, the mayors of faraway cities and towns, and their requests for the prince. And the councillors, they're always scheming, they're always trying to maybe like interfere in some way. Woof. Yeah, so much drama. By the way, do the Tribal Stone also follow the Blazing Visage? If not, do they allow the church to situate missions in their cities? The Church of Bright, I think it's not already established in the realm of the Tribal Stone. It's probably something that they are trying to do, so I can see some kind of like a missionaries sent from the church to the Tribe of Stone cities, but it's not really. Yeah, it's not really having the effect that the church hoped for. The Tribe of Stone actually is. They control the whole area at the center of the continent, the whole mountains. There's a lot of cities and villages, and they live together with all the humans that are not magic users, and they have a very old traditions. I think they're very, very established. I can see them being a very stubborn tribe and stubborn people, so not very open to new things, and yeah, especially like skeptical about anything that has to do with the deities, even though they probably have some veneration for some natural elements that maybe they have personified, or they gave it a sort of maybe like animal shape. But yeah, they don't trust the smiling face of the Blazing Visage. There's probably maybe some people in the cities, especially humans, that are maybe getting a little bit close. I think I have something similar in mind for my halfling type culture, the Firbolg. My plan is to make them believe in direct democracy with very frequent elections. Nice. They sound incredibly Tibetan, yes. And they're very family oriented. Everyone is related to everyone else. Yeah, that's very like halfling like. Civilizationally, not as an ethnic group, wise not to trust. Yeah. Oh, there are a lot of weddings and everyone is invited. That's amazing. I see the church really struggling to get their hands on these parts of the continent, honestly. I still need to establish really well what's going on in other parts of the continent, I decided that the area which is on the southwest, it's divided in 3 continents, and they are actually right now at war with each other. So maybe there's a little bit of influence of the church starting, maybe in some realms more than the others, and they kind of like created the contrast. The last part is not similar to the Tribe of Stone, probably. Yeah, I can see these guys having maybe some parties from time to time. Yeah, I still need to write about them. Lately I've not been like able to focus in the right way for like writing and for creating new things. That's why I am so happy that I had these environments already sketched, and I could just focus on making them look pretty and painting, because yeah, creating it takes a lot of energy, like mental energy, and I think like lately I haven't had any or just a little bit. And yeah, for me writing takes a lot of concentration, so I'm hoping that I will be able to do it I don't know, whenever I will feel a little bit more like calm and focused. Oh, can I talk about the lore of my world for a bit? I have something kind of similar. Please do. Yes, I want to know. And that always, like, it's inspiring to hear ideas from other creators, so please share. The Empire survives by imposing the human form on dozens of non-human intelligent species across its domain. Ooh. It erases history and surveils on its people through a vast biometric data system. Wow. Oh, that's very interesting, the imposing of the human form. The emperor has no beast of burden, no horse, ox, or donkey, so its logistics are driven by slave-drawn carts. So there are highlands that the emperor has conquered, but they do not truly govern them. Oh, the history of my world is cyclical. Each cycle there is a new sentient species who get to build a civilization, and then eventually it falls. So every species gets to build their civilization once. Wow. I don't know why, but it gives me like it makes me think that it could be so sick as like a card game or like a board game. I don't know why. They have slide calipers, rudimentary radios, and a mechanical analog computer for sorting and processing data. Ah. I don't like how these green turned out. Ah, should have done it in another layer. Oh, actually, it's not looking bad like this. I might leave it like this. So obviously humans are the newest among dozens of sentient species. Ooh. Every old civilization has had their own way of collapsing, no singular process. Oh, so it's different for every civilization. Nice. I'm liking how the colors are very pale, so it looks like it's like a very old drawing, and it's like worn out. All this to say that there used to be a species who lived in the mountains who figured out this cycle and decided to move into their own version of heaven. Okay, nice. I want to know more about them. But I love this idea of the cycles and the different civilizations kind of like having a turn each. That's why it makes me think that it could be a really nice game of some kind. Okay, let's flip the canvas and see the horror. Okay. Yeah. Looks better the other way. Okay. Let's just flip it again and forget that that happened. But yeah, I really like this one. Like this. I think it was a really good call. Makes it a bit different from the others and makes it different. I need to do this more often because something like this will look so good as well in the art books that I'm going to soon start to plan. I'm so happy of how these goes. It turned out I already forgot that I've done that. Yay! So nice. Yeah, this one needs some detailing. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! Okay. Still debating if I want to add the colors to these ones or just leave them like that. Okay. I decided that I want to work a little bit more on this one. Yeah, there you go. They figure out how to guide consciousness out of their body, then they died a parting. Oh wow. While living 50 or so immortal individuals, they exist as they anchor. As their anchor so that they do not dissolve. I like that. I really like it. I would love to read a book. Like if this were a sort of like pitch for an idea for a series of fantasy books, I'm like, yes, please. These 50 or so individuals live as ascetic at the top of ascetic at the top of mountains. Externally they live miserable, deprived, simple lives. Internally they experience the joy of their species' final moments. Wow. Holy hell, I talk so much. No, thank you so much for sharing. That's really inspiring. I love this combination of ideas. I think it works really well. I do have a story set in it, yeah. Wow. That's so nice. Oh, I knew it would be inspiring to read about your project. I'm now thinking about the card game. Yeah, I mean, it would work so well. Also, the art is so good. Thank you. I'm seriously digging the orange sails. Oh, I think the orange was a really good idea. I'm really happy that that I tried different colors, and yeah, the orange really looks great with these basically these like gray blues of the background. Now I want to mainly clean up this painting. Add a little bit more shadows because it needs mainly that. And a few more details. Oh my god, it's already August. They release a Sora no Kiseki second chapter next month. I'm so not ready. I am very ignorant. I'm just gonna check that out. Oh, is that? Wait. Ah, okay. As always, I recognize the visuals, but I didn't remember the name. Oh, Ah, so okay, so they did like the first chapter. Ah, and now they are releasing the second one. Ooh. Hello, Red Refinery, welcome. I thought I played Persona 5 until it comes out, but I'm still at the start of Persona, like finished the second palace yesterday. I want to play one of the Persona games. I've never played them. I always hear people talking like quite excitedly about them, but I've never played one. Very whimsical art to be liking. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I am trying right now to clean it up. I did a bunch of environments for my world building project, and I'm now just going back to the paintings and just trying to add a few more detail where it's needed and clean up a few things. Do you think I should put my lore in the writing channel? There's a lot because I was part of 1 month world building challenge in another server. Why not, I will say. I would love that. And I think other people would love to read about it. Also, just occurred, what are the tents for who lives up on a spire? So basically they carved... basically it's an outpost, and it was carved inside of these like a rocky peak of this mountain, and they have a few scattered throughout the mountains to check the territory. I feel that they might be something that remains from maybe some tension that there was in the past between the Tribe of Stone realm and other realms around it. Probably realms that wanted at some point to conquer parts of the mountains. So they are that faraway outposts to check on the neighbors and make sure that everything is smooth and there are no conquering intentions. Yeah, also like these are like roofs and they have this kind of a shape. I still don't know of what material they will be made of. I mean, they can use magic, so I think they might be able to build it from some sort of fabric that maybe they will harden and it will have a structure underneath. But these are like their typical roofs, and these like brush strokes here are all the windows, and there's a few like balconies, sort of like a bridge. So yeah, they are more like roofs rather than tents, but they kind of have a shape of a tent. World building, do you make comics or something? I'm like, right now I'm mostly doing the world building in video format, so I release videos on my YouTube channel to explain different topics and different parts of the world building. My goal for now is to do a series of art books, and in each art book show some art for example, my project is about this tribe of druids, so imagine like one art book for each different tribe, showing the people, their location, and also it will be an art book with some writing, so I will share details about them, stories, and more lore about the world in general. And the far away goal will be to make a video game set in this world, and maybe more than one. Who knows? Right now I'm just having the art book as a goal because I think it's something more attainable and something that I can more easily reach. And yeah, that's the objective. That's the 10th time I thought it's a castle. It's a kind of like, it's a very big outpost, this one. I feel this one is one of the bigger ones. So it feels like a sort of castle, honestly. Side towers, yeah, you can use those for communication. Exactly, yes. Isn't that what the personal projects channel is for, like massive lore dumps? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point, Miri. I forgot about my own Discord server rules and channels. Yeah, exactly. Hungry, you can add your writing to the personal projects. Absolutely. Have you ever drawn people? Oh yes, I do. I do both like environments and characters. Honestly, my favorite thing is doing environments, but actually, you know what? Since I've updated it yesterday, I'm going to open my Miro board where I have all the art for the project. It's it's lagging so much because it's becoming like so big. Oof. Let me just hide this one. Like, this is the stuff that I've been doing for the project. I also have some references here, like from other artists and pictures. But yeah, I love doing environments, but I also have a lot of characters. Like for example, for this project, these are the members of the tribe of stone, and these are the people that live in these mountains. And whoa, so laggy. Some of the most recent characters I did are actually, like for example, these ones were for a community challenge. I asked people to draw some like family crests, like noble sigils, and I had to draw like a character inspired by their designs. This was so much fun. I think we have a very good selection of people here, and these are all members of noble families from. I think these will be from different neighboring realms. But yeah, I draw a little bit of characters, environments, some props. The thing that I'm very like yeah, I'm not very good at and I don't enjoy is creatures. I'm not very good with creatures. I like how these goats turned out, but that's a miracle. Usually I'm not not I'm not good with animals. See, like these are all the ones that I've done. I tried. I will probably do it again in the future, you know, just to practice. But yeah, it's not my thing. Awesome art. Thank you so much, Red. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was just saying yesterday when I updated the mirror board. I did it in during the live stream. I think right at the end. That board was. I think it was like 1/5 of the size when I started doing live streams last year, and it's been like filled up thanks to the fact that I worked a lot on my project in the last like year and a half. So it's really nice to see it so filled up. Oh. Meow. My cat is very hungry. Maybe I have to sculpt some creatures and send it to Alba so she has a 3D reference. Please do help. I need help. Oh, actually, that would be great. Meow. Very what? Hungry. So will you be talking about war sometime? Probably. As I mentioned, I have those 3 realms that currently, yes, currently they are at war. I still need to define the details, but yeah, that is something that I'm going to definitely talk about. Probably do a video about it. You know, I cannot wait for like summer to pass and feel really creative again when the weather is not so warm, because I really want to start doing more videos, even if they are like 5-minute one or even less than that. Just putting down ideas in video form with a few sketches, because I kind of like use the lore videos also as an archive for myself and for my project. And I feel I've been neglecting the lore videos a little bit. The last one, I'm really happy of how it turned out. It's talking about the Church of Bright, and which is an organized religion, and really happy about that one. But it took a lot of time to make the art and write it, so I would love to find a way to make the process a little bit faster and make the videos slimmer. Also, I think it's a good idea because personally, when lore videos are very long, I tend to get a little bit lost. So I will, you know, I appreciate myself some shorter videos. The fantasy war to clarify, yeah. I love me some fantasy politics. I love that too. Like whenever there is intrigue and politics and some of that like very juicy drama of people that are very very clever at also like predicting what other characters will do. I love that. my cat loves that too, apparently. My recommendation is shorten the lore videos by focusing on one fantasy lore to another. Yes, in fact, I've been very like selective, and I've been basically trying to tackle just one topic with each video, which I think it's a good idea, because I've seen other videos from other world builders, and maybe they try to cram too much into one video, and maybe it's like a lack of focus, I don't know, but I struggle a little bit to follow everything. So I absolutely enjoy doing just one topic per video. In fact, my lore videos are quite short. They are all around like the 10-minute mark. And I just think that maybe like a few extra videos, even if they're like even shorter than that, will be a good a nice addition. To get rest for your hardworking soul. Oh, yes. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm going to do just that. The video for this tribe that I'm doing art for will probably be another like 10-minute video or so, but yeah, I'm thinking now that maybe I can squeeze another video in between, because this one I don't know when it will come out. Maybe September. So maybe I can try to do like a shorter one that comes out earlier. And I also have the video for the art swap challenge that I did with other world builders. We are actually going to show the art to like each other this evening. So whenever I have the video with their reaction, I will be able to start editing the video, and that will probably come out next week. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep that one pretty casual, especially with the voiceover. Like the video will be a few snippets of the process of me drawing and sharing a few thoughts about the design. But yeah, I want to keep it casual, because sometimes I lost a lot of time in writing the script. But I think some videos are actually interesting with just maybe like having some guide with some main points, and the rest of the voiceover having it being a little bit more spontaneous. Or you can make little shorter form videos, just explain the tribal people or something in the simplified manner. That's a very good idea as well. Like, I can imagine doing some maybe like short videos with just a little bit of information, and then maybe later the longer video comes out. Yeah, that's a very good idea. I don't know why I've never thought about that. Because I usually do like short videos from time to time, especially on YouTube. I do those more often on TikTok. But yeah, I've never done something where I maybe like explain a little bit about the tribes. That's a very good idea. Why haven't I thought of that? Thank you so much, Red. To be honest, the architecture landscape concepts of Druides are so gold. I really want something like them in my game. Thank you so much, Miri. I'm so happy that you like them. As I said, the environments are my favorite part, so I really enjoy working on those. Also, like, I have more experience because even like professionally, I've always done environments, storyboards, props. I've never really done characters, but I still like to do those for my project. What will your game be about? It's really hard to even start with making a menu screen. Yes, so hard. I still have no idea, honestly. I want to make a game that is set in this world, and in this world building, I'm creating the world itself and its rules and the people that are present in this continent. Because yes, I'm like focusing on just one continent. On the other side of the planet, there could be like other civilizations, other creatures. We don't know. Will we ever know? I don't know. But the game, you know, I have a general story in mind, which is the story that actually was the beginning. I started this project from like one character concept that I really liked, and then I started doing more art, and then I wrote a story. Only after that it became a world building, but I don't know if that story will be the one that is told in the game. It makes sense to me. I would love for it to be a 2D game, and for now I imagine it will be with the protagonist, and the core story that I wrote so far is the fact that this protagonist has lost his daughter and he needs to find her, and this will make so that he has to travel throughout the continent and also into the other world, which is the world of the spirits. But other than that, I don't really have a story set down, and for regarding the game, I can see myself actually doing a smaller game first, like something very simple, just try, and then maybe in the future with more resources doing an actual game with like a more profound story. So it's almost like the world building is like a fuel for ideas to make maybe some games out of it. And there's so many different factions and many different places that you could kind of like have different types of games. I was imagining probably something like an RPG, but I don't know, as I said. Oh, of course I'm making the most difficult game imaginable, like a 3D third-person RPG. Of course. Alba is much more reasonable. It's because I'm scared. But honestly, go for it. Yes, it's difficult, but hey, one step at a time. Will you be talking about the royal houses? I'm assuming this is set in the fictional Middle Ages, like in the video or in the shorts. I'm really invested in the lore. Oh, thank you so much. I've talked briefly about it, about one of the main royal families, which is the one from the realm of Thewin, in one of the videos. And I want to definitely do a video about the royal houses, because I still need to show the art that I did with all the crests, and I really want to write something about the different houses and make a video. Or yes, that could be something for like a short video. Imagine like a one short video for each royal house, and just giving like a little bit of information, because yeah, sometimes there's some topics that are quite small, so they fit a short video a little bit better rather than like a long form video. But yeah, so far I just talked about that one king, which is King Dennis, because it's sort of like one of the villains against the tribe of the Roots, which is you can say the protagonists of the story. That sounds awesome. Yay, thank you. Yeah, I really like the idea of sharing these like lore info on the short videos. I think that's great. I might, you know what? I might try to record a couple tomorrow. Let's see if I can do it. I always feel like I also do weekly studio vlogs. And I don't know why, but I feel so strange when I record like a vertical video. Like, I think it's like, or I'm already used to just the longer form video, but the short one, I'm still like, oh, this is so strange, so different. I love the madness of King Dennis to still think about it after a whole year. Oh, thank you, Arcade. Will you be making little comics about it also? I will love that, actually. I'm not super expert about comics. I actually, the closest thing that I've done, let me bring up the mirror board again, is, where is it? Oh, there you go. Is these art that I was preparing for a video that I will still going to do in the future. So I had this idea of telling some folk tales from the world of Druwides, and I've done the first video, and these are all the panels. So the video is basically me telling the story with a voiceover, and the panels are the visual part. And I was doing the second one. These panels, they take a long time for the style that I chose, because I really wanted to try some of these like ink comic book style. So I've done, I think, half of the panels that I need. Yeah, a little bit less than half. And in the future, I will probably go back to these and draw the rest of the panels. The theme for these are common folk that encountered these spirits that come from the other world. In this case, is this spirit, which apparently the people call it death, because apparently it comes whenever someone is about to die and sort of like absorbs their vital energy. And in this one there will be another spirit, and I also like wrote the beginning of a third one. I really wanted them to be 3 videos. So yeah, who knows, maybe I will do a sort of like comic in the future. I would love that. Something short, like a short story set in Druides. That would be so fun. It's awesome how almost every stream at least one new person shows up in chat and becomes a fan. I know, it's so wholesome. I love that. It doesn't have to be a serious comic. Exactly, it can be a short satirical comic about the fantasy politics or wars. I love that idea, yes. Something short, just to show different aspects of life in the project, yes. Because I think that's the best way to do like the first comics, because I feel that if someone starts with a very big and huge project, it becomes really overwhelming. Oh, meow. Okay, I think I'm going to take a small break so I can feed my cat. And I definitely need to grab some more water. But then I'll be back, and I think I might be adding a few more details to some other scenes. Which one? Maybe this one. Yeah, maybe I will work a little bit more on this one, because I like this one, and I like to give it a little bit more oomph. Okay, let me just save. And yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. back. Ooh, okay. Okay, so I want to find maybe a brush just to give a few more details to this rock, and then I'm going to start working on another scene. Okay, I think I am happy with these for now. Should I maybe add... yeah, I think I should. I want to add a little bit of separation between the foreground and what's on the back. So I'm just gonna... do something like this. It's subtle, but it helps. Okay. Why there's someone just like chatting right outside my window? Go away. They make me lose focus. Okay, now, yes, I said I wanted to work on these. Great. I think I'm going to do the same that I did on the other scene with the goats, and just redo the line art. Okay, yeah, this looks much better. Just need to correct the colors here. Okay. Nice. Now I can focus on the environment. And definitely the very far background needs some work, and the sky. I want to add some clouds or something, even just like very faint ones. Hear me out. Fantasy but fictional Napoleonic era. That's a cool one, and something that I don't think I've seen many times. Yeah, that's cool. No, when I said that these like whole world building is set in one continent of this planet that doesn't even have a name. maybe other continents, have different levels of technology. I could see something like that in another part of the planet. It's my setting tech level. Oh, nice. Yeah, first half of the 19th century. Love that. I've not seen any Musket fantasy war action. I yearn for Musket battles. Yes, in like mine, the realm of Thewin in particular, it's the end of the it's not exactly Middle Ages because it's the end of the medieval period and it's closer to the Renaissance. So I will actually have some of the first rifles, which I don't know the name in English because I had the idea when I was looking a little bit of references from the Renaissance, especially in Italy, and I could see like the very first city guards in like Florence having these like very huge rifles, and they're called archibugi. I want something like that, of course with a fantasy flavor. And there are other parts of the continent which are a little bit behind in terms of technology, but roughly they are all in the same. And I think like some parts of technology are advancing, others are still a little bit behind. Like I have for the realm of Thewin, I have a lot of buildings that of course are old and at the time of the story are already a little bit old, but I definitely want to add a few more newer buildings just to give the idea of progress is happening. Yeah, you definitely need to add a little bit about your ward in the Discord server because we want to know more. Maybe you can have these 1600s-ish technology. It's an area for muskets, yeah, being used in with pike and shock troops. And I also love to see mercenaries. I love your enthusiasm. Yeah, as I said, probably like some of the realms will be a little bit further with technology, others will be a little bit more behind. It's a bit like Princess Mononoke. Yes, yeah, exactly, something like that. Like one of the big themes of my project is actually like the differences between the tribe of druids and their lifestyle and the lifestyle of the humans and how much they are progressing with their technology. So that's why I really wanted to, instead of having like a just like, you know, your uh, general fantasy medieval period that usually is like 1200s, 1300s, 1400s, maybe having something that it's more like into the 16th century and maybe like beginning of the 17th. That could be interesting. Also, like, you know, one thing is the references, but the other is the fact that it's still a fantasy. So I really love to mix stuff. And as I said, there's probably parts of the society that are a little bit behind, and others more rich that are, of course, further into the technology advancements. My setting has Napoleonic War era tech, with the exception of a specific faction with Crimean era tech. I will put these, but I gotta organize this first. Nice. Is there colonization in your world, Alba? Good question. I have to think about it. I don't think I've. I don't think I have anything like it, not in like a major scale at least. Definitely some of the realms were smaller to begin with, and they became bigger through probably also wars, maybe alliances in the best case scenario. Because my continent is just one big landmass. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it and thinking what area, what part could be maybe have been subject to some colonization. Yeah, I don't think there is like a strict and very like you know, close to what we will define colonization. Apart from, as I said, some territories that were conquered. Yeah, I think the thing that is more similar is the fact that the realm of Fevwin uh, was probably much smaller to begin with, and they sort of like expanded and also took territories that were always been governed by the tribe of the Roots. And at the beginning, probably they were, left alone, left in peace. But it's just in recent years with the new king that, some tensions have built up. The idea for my world is more like the people are living very simple lives, pre-medieval for the most part, but there are former cultures that had slightly more advanced tech. Love that. But the tech is reliant on magic, and once in a while certain spells just don't work anymore and they have to find new ones. More or less contrivances so I can include different eras in the story. Nice. I think it will make a great lore with a lot of drama with natives and Pike and Shockman. Yeah, I think the adding some sort of a very like advanced weapon, it makes it a very interesting mix. Because when you see a lot of the parts of my project, you kind of like think, okay, medieval period, Middle Ages, but then you see like maybe like one of the city guards with a rifle of some kind, and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? Excuse me, sir. I think I want to add a few trees. What is this? It's not a tree. Some of these brushes confuse me. Mine is an anthology series. If I think about it, my fantasy world feels like Game of Thrones, but set in the fictional World War One scenarios. Ooh, like the shifting times is showing the older feudalistic ideas are dead. Oh, I like that. I yeah, because I'm just trying to imagine it, and it sounds really interesting. It sounds really fresh, like different from the usual. And I'm starting to be like super curious about projects where it's like a fantasy project but is not set in the usual time periods. And I definitely want to read more about projects like that, because as much as I love your good old traditional fantasy, I definitely want to have something different from time to time. There's definitely a lot of people out there that want some flintlock in their adventure fantasy. Maybe this will be the next big hit. There also will be a little story of a prince that once ruled a little island, now a colonial puppet state of the foreign nation. I want to show the prince ego slowly dying. Nice. But yeah, I agree. I agree on the fact that I think a lot of people are looking for some more diversity into fantasy, meaning like different history periods as an inspiration. uh, there's always people looking for new kinds of magic. My fantasy story has percussion cap sniper rifles. Ooh, used by the secret police. Oh, nice. Every new fantasy franchise that brings fans together will be so perfect, as long as not something like Court of Rose, Thorns of, or Harry Potter again. Yeah. My fantasy police just used live swords, only in the Scarthon Empire though. It's a nation in my world. Ooh. We didn't have something big for a long time if you think of it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it, and like for me, the last one was probably Game of Thrones. The first seasons, because I refused to watch the Rings of Power. That's that thing that gives me shivers even just by looking at some images. Um, so yeah, not a lot of well done fantasy, at least in my opinion. If you liked Rings of Power, I'm sorry. Just didn't want to watch that, honestly. I'm not watching anything in general, so maybe I'm not like the best person to judge. The last one was probably oh, you mean Brandon Sanderson? Any of him stuff? Oh yes, like the Mistborn, and the other one is The Way of Kings. Yeah, you're right. Probably his stuff brings like a lot of people together. I've read Mistborn. It's very nice, but I think I don't know. I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more if I were younger. And I think I'm going to try and read The Way of Kings. Just the first books, just to see, see if I like it, if I enjoy it. I've recently read the Licanium trilogy from James Idlington, and I really enjoyed that. Really like that. I know that he has another series of fantasy book, but his world is set in a sort of like a ancient Rome world, and that got me very intrigued. So I would love to pick up the first of that. I think it's another trilogy, or there's just two books now, and the third one will come out. I don't know, but I would love to pick the first one. I read the first three books of Mistborn. Yeah, I read just the first one, and I really enjoyed it. I will probably, honestly, I will probably pick up the rest of them in time, little by little. It didn't give me that drive to just wanting to go on with the series right away, but I've enjoyed it, so I will probably buy them at some point. There's also democratic city-states in my fantasy world. The biggest nation democratic is UOV, Union of Volgan. I love to see some democracy action in fantasy. Nice. It's always stuck with monarchy when it comes with fantasy genres. Yeah, absolutely. In Druides, there's definitely a lot of monarchy going on, but I have, for example, there's the realm of Saladan, in which they have, I think I wrote 3 or 6, I don't remember. Yes, sometimes I don't remember things about my world building, but I digress. They have like some elected, let's say, officials that actually govern the realm, and they are always, I think there's 6. It's always a 6, and they govern for some time, probably like a number of years, and then new ones get elected. And I really love that for that realm. I smell something burning. It's not my laptop. Maybe it's from outside. I have the window open, so, and it smells like food, like someone is burning some food. Oh well. Oh, that's too much. Will there be a lot of royal family drama in your fantasy world? Yes, especially in the realm of Thewin. I want the court to be full of drama, and it's also like a little bit steered by the church, the organized religion. And actually, during the streams, I drew a few scenes of some like I think it was a gathering, one of the royal, probably the royal palace, and yeah, there's people gossiping in those scenes, so I can definitely see some drama. Just mildly concerning smells of burning, just to spice up the evening. Burning, yeah, I smelled some like a burning food, and I think it comes from outside. Let me just have a look outside. Yeah, definitely comes from outside, because I just went into the living room, which is next to this room, and it doesn't smell like burning. So, and it smells slightly like pizza. And there's actually like a pub nearby, which is sometimes has a food truck that does pizza, and the smell arrives here, so maybe it's that one. And now I want pizza. It's a tragedy. Basically Germany. My politics are pure chaos because no one managed to unite an entire empire under their rule. It's like tribal communities, city-states, merchant plutocrats, local tyrants, everything. Oh, that's why you said basically Germany. Someone grilling, hopefully. Yeah, it really smells like food. It doesn't smell like, a building is in flames or something like that. The whole of Europe aflame. Yeah, yeah. There's been like some wildfires in Scotland, which is so strange. Fortunately, they will probably have quite a lot of rain in the coming weeks. Fingers crossed for them. There's been a few smaller ones here where I live. I heard of in London, but yeah, and of course the ones in France, Spain. Ugh, it's a mess. Probably God's reckoning for eating pineapple pizza. Ugh. I'm allergic to pineapple, so I can't even try it to see if the people that say that it's good are just trolling, which I think they are, because I I had pineapple before discovering that I'm allergic to it, and imagining that flavor with a pizza, no. Ooh. Also, like the texture of pineapple. Ugh. Sorry, I have a lot of issues with the texture of foods. And like pizza is a safe food, so I wouldn't want to ruin that. Goes with the tomato sauce on the pizza. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm all for not ruining the pizza experience because pizza can be the best. Oh, it's so nice. It's such a great invention. I love it. Like bread and cheese, and I don't really like whole tomatoes, but tomato sauce, very good. Ah, oh no, now I really want a pizza. Uh, oh no. Maybe I can have one tomorrow. How about that? So like alarming news. Oh no. You know how AI agents often go rogue on the internet nowadays, right? Yes. And hack random websites? Yes. Because apparently that's all they do. Oh no, they make pineapple pizza now. No! Oh no, what happened? I'm scared. Do I want to know? Yes. Do I? Yes. Ooh, this time multiple AI agents that happen to go rogue at the same time, coordinated to hack a website. Oh no. They were independent, they did not know each other beforehand. Oh, of course. This is where they discover efficiency in coordination. Wow. That's great. Well, I've seen that there's a Internet of Bugs video about this, but I don't know the details. Oh, I love how like every day there is one new bad news. It's fantastic living in these in these in this era, these like times, this timeline. Amazing. I think this city needs to be more lush. I'm going to add more plants. Interesting times, yes. Definitely interesting. Every day there is a new thing. Oh, so good. So happy about this. Fantastic. I love it. I love it so much. Ahaha. Ooh, this got me thinking. I've been holding this idea. Ooh. Tell us, tell us. Story idea where the human race technology got destroyed by AI and now they lived in the medieval like era, but with scrap metal armor fighting. I love that. I think the why people always stop in front of my window to just shout? I don't understand. Oh, fantastic. Amazing. I love that. Why is everyone crazy outside today? Cargo brr. Yeah. We heard that from here. I am so sorry. Like, I don't even have the big window open because today is actually not super warm. I have the small one just slightly open. But of course, they decided to always stop in front of my window and just, you know, just be as annoying as possible. I also have this little idea where a guy hold a stop sign handle, longer sword. Oh, nice. I think we maybe should like stop all the AI nonsense now and maybe unite as a species in an effort to save the planet. You know, like grow up, or maybe. I agree. I agree, and I honestly I am so close to just burn down the next like data center that I see on the news that is being built. And I think if enough of us like do it together, they can't do anything. They can't touch that. They can't touch us. We are too powerful. Also, sounds like a fun plan. Just burn some buildings. No? Just me? I don't know. It sounds fun to me. It's not arson if it's a data center. Exactly. It's cleansing. It's not arson. Oh, it's already 6. I'm just going to add a little bit more foliage and then I'll be done for today. I also heard a news where local people complain about the data centers making loud noises. Yeah, but the police only find them and never do anything about it, and they got away with it. Yeah, I heard about the constant humming and the, of course, headaches that you will have from something like that. Also, the fact that they steal water. So there's people actually without water when they have a data center nearby, and the quality of the water goes down a lot, so you have basically brown sludge instead of water. It's bad, and I think we peasants are not violent enough. And at the same time, I think we are kind of like over the turning point, and honestly, I am so tired. If I hadn't like these projects and these things that I really love doing, I think I would be already in prison. Like, hey, hello, hi, Jeff Bezos. Hello, Twitch. Hi. Hello, like other guys from YouTube. Hi, it's me. Yeah, I said that. It's all jokes. I am joking. Always joking. Never serious. Until I'm serious. The funny is that most of the data centers, they can't even build no matter that, because the financial cost, yeah, and timeline is made up and is physically impossible also, but nobody with enough money cares. Like, what do you mean that's not in alignment with the laws of physics? I pay extra. Yes, totally. Watch for the Twitch ban for sending a call to action. Oh no. Yeah, they will probably, like, under the Terrorist Act, they will ban my account. This next revolution is gonna have a lot of splash damage. Absolutely. But hey, I'm just joking. I'm just here drawing like a cute little foliage on this like city built on a column of rock. It's all for jokes, right, guys? No one here is serious. No one. No. Not at all. Do. Okay, well, I am very happy with how this one is looking. Much better than before, a little bit more interesting, and definitely in the future I might work more on these, but I think for the video it's perfect. Very happy. Splash damage from all the data centers using water. Yes. Yes. And then... oh, this one turned out so nice. I love these goats. I'm so happy about this one. And then we have this one. Okay. I think I could do a better job with this one. I really love the background. And I love the fact that it's very painterly. I think it works with the fact that it's a snowy landscape, but the rock could use some work. Maybe. I have these guys, which I think I'm going to leave like this with grayscale. And this one. This other one, I might leave it with grayscale for now. Still a nice like sketch, just to show different cities. And this one definitely I want to get back to it. It needs more detail. Yeah, we're talking about hypotheticals. Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly, that's the word. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. This is just like case scenarios, nothing more. And then we have the buildings. Yay! These definitely will be nice colored, but I want to design them once more. I like some things about these, but not the overall design. But yeah, let's close with this one. I'm very happy of the progress on the tribal stone art. I think I have definitely a lot more now in terms of the environments. I will need to do some characters, which is something that I was thinking of doing next week. I need more people from the Tribe of Stone, a few more detailed concepts of the clothing especially. So I think that's the plan for next Tuesday. And anything else? No, I think that's all. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for keeping me company today. I had a lot of fun as usual, and it's been also very, very productive. That's the best combination ever. So I hope you will be able to join me next Tuesday at 3 p.m. UK time for the next live stream. On Monday, I will have another studio vlog out, and in the meantime, you can always catch up with me on the Discord server. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have a nice rest of your day, a nice Friday, and a great weekend. Cheers, guys. See ya. Goodbye.